Welcome back to part 2 of this series all about unhelpful stories, obstacles that get in your way, normalizing them, labeling them, but also finding a way to work with them and through them and reframe them. I know that so many people, especially post-COVID, really had a sense of what makes them happy and absolutely what doesn't. And so much change has been made. And I'm here for it all. You know, I think back to other generations that have sat in the same chair for 35 years and hated every day of their working life. And I just think, what a time we are in right now that we can change things, that we have flexibility. I'm very, very grateful for that. So today's first point is all about audience. And many people stop what they are doing, especially in business, because they don't feel like they know, like they have enough of an audience yet. So they say, right, I won't launch that thing. I've got to build my audience first. I've got to have this many people on social media before I start sharing. And the thing is, I've noticed over the years is that clients and customers come from all kinds of different ways. And even though lots of my clients come from social media, many of them have not. Many of them have come from places and spaces where I've never even marketed. And so it might be a work colleague of one of my best friends. It might be my auntie's best friend's daughter who's just left uni. It might be somebody I meet at a wedding who is a distant cousin of the bride and who I've never met before. It's so fascinating how people come into your world. And so this limitation of I need all of these people first is an absolute myth. What you do need to do, however, is you need to turn up the volume and the momentum on showing up. Even if you get one person on your live, even if 2 people watch your video, even though you keep posting on social media and nobody likes your stuff, that does not mean that people are not watching. I will tell you a very quick story now because it just makes me smile every time. A couple of years ago, maybe 5 years ago, I had had one of those days. I had a very little baby. I'd had very little sleep. I was trying to make my business work and it just felt really slow, arduous, like nothing was working. And I came and sat at the dinner table and Matt had cooked and we had some fish pie. I remember that. And I just kind of slumped down and I was like, nothing's working. Nobody cares. I just had that real sort of indulgent moment. And he stopped and he looked at me and he said, just because nobody's engaging doesn't mean they're not watching. And that landed with me so powerfully, because when I look at my own habits and my own ways that I view and I do things, the number of times, I mean, I am that person sometimes who goes to the theatre and laughs on the inside. I don't even laugh out loud. People be like, I don't know if she did enjoy that show. I really did. I really enjoyed the show. I'm just not like a ha 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 type of person. You know those ones in the theatre. But it's really interesting because we assume that the people who want to buy from us or about to buy from us are the people who are fastest finger first, like, hi, I love your stuff, you're amazing. It's just not the case. And so we have to ignore the response that we're getting or not give it so much power and instead lean in to showing up and really hone that muscle of being the best version of ourselves. The next one is sometimes I think we have to assume that we have to have all the products, all the varieties before we even create money. And it's almost like a fashion brand. I remember with Victoria Beckham, she just started making dresses. That was the first thing she did. I think she had like 8 dresses or something. And I love that story because it's that sense of, okay, I can start. I can start now with 8 dresses. And I don't need to think about sunglasses or skincare or makeup or shoes or cardigans, or any of that. I'm just going to focus on these 8 dresses, because these 8 dresses right now, I know. I have a relationship with them. I can sell them. I understand them. And then I can move into a different category. And it's the same with your business. You can start with what it is that you know. And what you know right now might just be one way of working with you, which is an hour session that people pay for, and they have an hour with you. They sit down face to face or online, and that's the only thing that you offer. Do that, get really great at that, and when you've got the time, the capacity, the confidence, the intuition that it's now time to build on that, do it. But don't stop offering your hour whilst you're doing all this stuff behind the scenes. Once you start bringing money into your business or creating more of an income that you want, that's a real confidence booster. That's a real sense of momentum, like, oh, it's working. Oh, things are happening. And when things feel like they're happening, it's really quite motivating. So I want you to think, especially if you're in 2 minds of like, I feel like I want to do something around this, just pick one. Pick one, get it going, and then build. And actually doing it this way, you'll probably move into the 2nd, 3rd, 4th thing really, really quickly. But start with this one thing. Build your confidence. Allow people to get to know you, and allow yourself to be in this active place, not in this behind the scenes, not pretending, but planning and researching and tweaking and creating. When you're behind the scenes the whole time, you're very much in that place where you're not necessarily creating income. You need to move very quickly from rehearsals into showtime. So if you can do that, it's going to make things go much faster. And of course, once you've got audience members, once you've got clients and customers, you can tweak as you go, because you'll be working in a live situation. That's it for today. If you want to find out more about how I can support you, do check out my Work With Me page, check out my free courses, check out my paid courses in my shop. All the links are down below, and I'll see you tomorrow for part 3. Bye.